It's Rich. We're in Sheepshead Bay, I think, at Avenue V and Ocean Parkway. And we're just taking a short ride through Sheepshead Bay and I guess the edge of Coney Island. It's dusk on a Saturday night and I like the light, which is why I wanted to put the camera on. You can see light reflected off the bottoms of the clouds, I guess, or the west sides of the clouds as the sun goes down. I know that with the camera, set the way it is, you don't get to see all of it, but at least I hope you can get a sense of it. It was a beautiful, bright blue day today with, some clouds, loose clouds up in the sky, much like I see in the distance here. And I made a remark about it to someone who said, what this day reminds me of? September 11th, because apparently it was a bright day just like this. I guess for New Yorkers who lived through that, you never forget it. Even though, it's becoming a historical event rather than a recent event. Shabbat has just ended, or is just ending. It hasn't quite ended. I just saw a lot of Jewish people heading to the evening service. So we're heading west on Avenue U. I don't even know, is this Midwood? Is this Sheepshead Bay? I'm not exactly sure. It's probably Sheepshead Bay. I know that what we're heading toward is Coney Island. We're not going to the playland part of Coney Island, just the, sort of regular residential part. Gravesend, that's what it is. After 5 years here, I have a decent Brooklyn geography in my head. Like if you ask me where Sheepshead Bay or Canarsie or same with Queens, Glendale, where I could find my way to fairly close to the center of the neighborhood, even if not right, even if I didn't hit it right on the nose. But there are some neighborhoods that I'm still not sure about, and I'm coming across new ones all the time. Like, when I took my motorcycle riding class, it was in what was that called? Spring Creek, Brooklyn, which is apparently a real thing, and it's pretty sizable, and I'd never heard of it until at the time came to sign up for that class. Or places like Howard Beach, which people who don't live in Brooklyn only or Queens only know as the station you get off to get the train to JFK. But there's an actual neighborhood there with, people and commerce and everything. So we're heading west, and I think we're going to hit 86th, 86th Street or Avenue, which cuts west toward Borough Park and Bay Ridge. I think it's recognizable as New York, but all the landmarks are a little off. I like riding around the neighborhoods though at a time like this, like Saturday evening at 7 o'clock when there aren't a lot of people around, because you see more and you move faster. I mean, it's not about speed, but it's about lack of obstruction. There's 86th Street. I think the dim sum restaurant that I used to go to in Borough Park is around here, in this general area. Into the middle here. And this is, I don't know what this is. I guess it's the Dan train, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it is, I've been in this exact spot before. It's like where a neighborhood of Chinese people meets a neighborhood of Orthodox Jews. D train. And there it's going over. Fire engine leaving base. Wherever we are, this is a busy neighborhood. I think it's got to be Borough Park. Where's it? Bensonhurst. I think Bensonhurst is behind us, but I could be wrong. Whatever it is, they've got a gap. Baby gap. Okay. So the mystery is solved. We're in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Straight ahead there to the south is Bath Beach, and behind us apparently is Bensonhurst, a neighborhood that I'd heard of my whole life and could never quite place, although I knew it was sort of somewhere near Bay Ridge and Coney Island. So It's a lot more Chinese than I bet Bensonhurst used to be. Looking at the businesses, about half and most of the new stuff looks to be Chinese. But like everywhere in New York, the people you see on the street are of all flavors. I should be able to get around. I mean, I fit here in the side, and I see nothing to suggest that what I'm doing is not legal. So 18th Avenue. I think if I go straight about 8 or 10 blocks, I'll come to the expressway. Cristoforo Colombo Boulevard. So obviously this was an Italian neighborhood once upon a time, which is not surprising. It's true of most of Brooklyn. And like everyone, like every neighborhood, there's still people in it who are the flavor that it used to be, who either don't think it's changed enough for them to leave or like living in the melting pot that is New York City. I just stopped in a Starbucks and it seemed full of Italians. The Vegas Diner. Vincent Gardenia Boulevard. There's someone who must be a son of Bensonhurst. Outback Steakhouse in a very suburban-looking mini mall, the Walgreens. Jeez. Not only is this New York City, this is not even particularly remote for New York City. I mean, it's South Brooklyn, but we're only a 15-minute drive from Manhattan, as we're about to demonstrate. Dyker Heights. So we're out of Bensonhurst and in Dyker Heights. And next is Bay Ridge. That much I know. Or I guess to the right is Bay Ridge. That's the bike falling out of fourth gear, which does happen. What the hell is that? High school? Knights of Columbus. K of C. that is to the left? Maybe Fort Hamilton. No, it can't be Fort Hamilton if we're heading west. I can see the towers of the Verrazano off to the left and ahead of us to the southwest. So probably 7th or 6th is where the highway is. There it is, falling out of fourth. Damn it, don't fall out of gear. There's the highway. I put my right foot down in some oil a few blocks ago, and I can feel it slipping on the foot peg, which is annoying me. That's the peg that's not quite as critical, since, you know, pressing the brake with that foot just involves pushing my foot down, and I'm unlikely to slip off, and I've got another brake. If it were the left foot, where the gear shift lever is, that would be more annoying. Yeah. There we go. Manhattan, 7 miles, so 10 minutes we'll be on the other side. people here are not above popping in and out at the last minute. The tall building, we've lost it. There it is again. Just right of center is the lights is the World Trade Center. Not the one right here, but the one in the distance, like where I'm pointing right now. I used to move over to the right at this point because I was worried I wouldn't be able to handle the Easy Pass. But now that I wear it around my neck, it's very reliable. Someone who takes the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit literally, 2 cars ahead of us. I'm not a speed demon by any means, but I'm perfectly comfortable going 50 in an empty tunnel. Slow the hell down. Really no good reason to be going 33 miles an hour out of this tunnel. Not this guy, it's a guy in front. Pick it up. Actually coming out, it's time to pick it up. I'll be able to make the Trinity Place. However, we will clear this light without stopping, which is nice when it happens. Oh great, we get to follow the same guy through another tunnel. I wasn't going to put the bike in the garage, but we're going right by the garage since we're coming this way, so I'm going to do it. If I put it in the garage, I can plug in the battery and charge it up overnight, so that when I take the bike out tomorrow, which is Sunday, I got a full charge. And there's Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Bridge. If you've seen all my videos, you've seen this stretch a million times, because this is the way home from the tunnel. I've still got oil in the bottom of my right boot. There's something viscous and slidey. To not have to stop at all for 5 blocks. I think I'll miss the next light though. No, I won't. Yes, I will. The trusty M15 bus, which runs up 1st Avenue, down 2nd Avenue, during Hurricane Sandy, the afternoon of the storm, when the subway was closed and tunnels had been flooded all over the place, by 3 o'clock that afternoon, the M15 was already running. Even though, you know, traffic lights were out and power was out and everything, the buses were running, which was a great achievement of the MTA and a symbol of the kind of order that they imposed on a chaotic situation just by being there. It was really terrific. This section has been torn up the whole time I've known it. And here we are at the garage.